Hello, I'm Dr. David Hawkins, and I am the director and founder of the Marriage Recovery Center just outside of Seattle, Washington. And I am really excited to bring something new into your life, but you have to join me. And this is the 30-day challenge to relational fitness. Sounds pretty interesting. 30-day challenge to relational fitness. Now, you know about physical fitness, and maybe you're on a physical fitness plan. Good for you. Keep it up. And maybe you have developed work and educational goals. So you've got some work and educational fitness plans. You want to advance yourself in those areas. Good for you. Maybe you've even developed a spiritual fitness plan. Good for you. Keep that up. But a lot of people ignore relational fitness. In fact, that's not even an idea that many people think about. They just enter into relationships and hope it goes well. Well, you know what happens when we hope that we get fit and we don't have a clear plan on how to do that. We don't get there. So I want to offer you a clear path on relational fitness, with the implication being really clear. If you're relationally fit, you're going to be in a good place to have a relationship with somebody else. And if they're relationally fit, hey, you've got something really, really exciting. Now, what do I mean by relational fitness? What I'm going to be focusing on with you is three things. I want you to be fully aware of yourself, capital S-E-L-F. I want you to be aware of yourself. A lot of people aren't aware of who they are. And what do I want you to be specifically aware of? I want you to be aware of your strengths, your weaknesses, your needs, and your goals. And when you're aware of those, and when you're functioning in full awareness of those, and you have some measure of control over those aspects of your personality, you're going to be in a much better place to have a healthy relationship. Now we're going to talk about those things in more detail. The second aspect of relational fitness is being fully aware of others in your relational circle. Okay, maybe you're married, maybe you're working someplace, maybe you're attending a church of some kind. You have relationships, and how aware are you of these other people? How aware are you of their strengths, their weaknesses, their needs, and their goals? And the third aspect of relationship fitness that we're going to be looking at is having a relationship roadmap or a relational roadmap. And we want you to get to where you want to get to. Okay, you have to have some idea of what does this healthy relationship look like? What does it feel like? What are the aspects of it? All right, now, here's where we begin to have to do some work. So here's your first assignment. Your first assignment is to do a relationship inventory. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to spend some time, and I want you to just look back on your relationships. What have I been like to be in relationship with? Think about that. Spend some time on that. I want you to really critically look at four aspects of what you've been like to be with, what you've been like to live with, what you've been like to be in relationship with. What are your strengths, first of all? Be clear. Look back and think about what are your strengths? What do you bring to a relationship that is wonderful and exciting? Do you have a wonderful sense of humor? Good for you. Are you hardworking? Are you adventurous? Are you nurturing? Are you caring? Are you a good listener? Are you empathic? Can you validate others' points of view? Can you be flexible in how you view yourself and how you view others? What are your strengths? All right, now the tough part. Number two, what are your weaknesses? We don't like to think about this part. What are your weaknesses? Are you insensitive at times? Are you detached? Are you easily irritable? Are you defensive? Do you turtle? In other words, withdraw? Do you react? Are you a fighter? Do you freeze? So those are aspects of your personality that you need to be keenly aware of. And they will sabotage a relationship. Ask someone what you're like to live with. What are your weaknesses? The third aspect that I want you to think about is, what are your needs? This is a little bit tougher to think about. What are your needs? I'm really asking you to consider, what are your values? So do you value connection, for example? I certainly do. Do you value attachment? Do you value adventure? Do you value fun? Do you value romance? What are the aspects of relating that are really, really core to your personality, that you really care about? Write about that. And the last piece that I want you to do some homework on, after you've taken this inventory, what you've been like to be in relationship with, is I want you to think about, what are your goals and how might you get there? Draft out some ideas. All right, so you've done your relationship inventory, or you're working on that this week. Then I want you to talk to someone. Your second assignment is, I want you to ask at least one other person, preferably two, maybe even three, what am I like to be in relationship with? Now, yeah, that's awkward. Yeah, you're going to get some feedback that you may not want to hear. And I don't want you just to say to them, tell me all the wonderful things about me that you just are crazy about. That's going to be helpful, but I also want you to ask things that you might not want to hear. In fact, you can even ask that question. Would you tell me some things that I really might not want to hear, but that I need to hear? So again, your two assignments are, I want you to do a relationship inventory. What am I like to be in relationship with? And the second thing is, I want you to ask someone for some feedback. You're going to get some information about your blind spots. And we're going to use those. We're going to strengthen and heal and restore some of those weak areas. And we're going to amplify and expand and strengthen your strengths. How cool is that? And all of these things are going to work together on your 30-day challenge to relational fitness. Will you join me? 30 days to relational fitness. We can do this. We can do it together. Now, I want you to stay tuned. This is the first video in a series of videos, and I'm going to walk you through relational fitness. All right, I'm excited to join you on this journey. Let's see where it takes us, and let's see how much better we are in 30 days and how much fitter we are for relationships. All right, take care. I'm Dr. David Hopkins from the Marriage Recovery Center, on the journey with you.